Hello, hi. We made it to Santa Fe, and we're having a great time. We wanted to, I say we because of Lua. Let's say it's the royal we. What about that? I feel like a queen. So we decided not to stop at Albuquerque because, yeah, Albuquerque has a lot of fantastic things to take a look at, but it's a big city and it was going to be hot. So we decided to go around Albuquerque, and we went to a state park in the Manzano Mountains. It was quite isolated, and most of the state park was closed, and there was no host on duty. So when we got there up to the mountain, I just took any space that was available. We slept the night there. It was nice, lots of pine trees, but not big spaces. And of course, most of the park was closed, so I cannot tell you if that one particular state park has fantastic things to enjoy. We didn't even see them. So we kept going the following morning. We crossed through one town called Estancia. I thought, oh, this is another little town where I would live very happily for a month, because it is established. I am a nomad. I don't want to be in one fixed place every single day of my life. So, but we kept going. We went through Estancia and we made it to Santa Fe.
My name is Adriana, and this is Many Roads, No Rules.
And there are some things that are absolutely fascinating about this town, and one thing I hate about New Mexico in general. So the one thing I hate about New Mexico is the dust. Even we know it's the desert, we know that. But in Pahrump, there is a lot of rocks on the ground. So yeah, it's not comfortable to walk, but at least they filter the amount of dust that flies away with the wind. So, and there is a thin crust of it's a desert crust. It's actually a crust, and it has a lot of teeny little plants living there, and somehow that keeps the dust down, unless it is a very big wind storm. In Pahrump, you don't suffer the dust that much. Here in New Mexico, it's horrible. It's horrible. It is everywhere. It is so fine. It's like powdered sugar, and it's everywhere. In Las Cruces, it was almost white, so it was quite annoying. But here in Santa Fe, it's like a light salmon, and it's everywhere. Even when I close the doors, when the wind picks up and I close all the doors and windows, it still comes in. And it's so much dirt. Even Lua changed color. You don't see it there, but now instead of that red she normally is, she's more of the color of a lion. She changed color because she is carrying so many pounds of dirt on her, and it is useless to give her a bath or anything, because in 2 minutes she will be dusty again. So, oh well, that's the one thing I dislike about New Mexico, and I cannot change it. So, oh well, if you come here, bring your patience game and know that you will be dusting your surfaces all the time if you want to preserve some sort of sanity. So I went to downtown Santa Fe. Beautiful. When you are coming into the city, I love the fact that the buildings, all the buildings, public buildings, office buildings, houses, everything has the color of the mountains. So it may go from a very light yellow pastel to a cream sand, brownish, darker brownish. I only saw one building that has the same rounded edges, but it's gray. I only saw one. Yes, of course, there are some houses that are painted blue or some other color, but the allergies are killing me. The majority of the buildings are the same color of the mountains. So when you drive in, you kind of say, where is the city? It is there. You just don't see it because the buildings blend in with nature, which is fascinating. I love that. I love it. And there's so many textures. I mean, the trees, I saw pine trees that are so cracked. The bark is so cracked. I am sure it is probably the species, but it was beautiful. But then I saw fences made of wood and trunks, and the textures are fantastic. So I am not surprised so many artists find this inspiring, because the colors and the textures are amazing. Oh, first of all, when we got here, first thing in the order of the day was to take Lua to a off-leash park so she could blow some steam, because it had been many days of driving and she was tired. And it's funny because she's sitting here when I am driving and I can hear her going she puffs and buffs during the way because she doesn't like to drive. It's okay, that's the only thing she does, so she's very, very kind. So we went to an off-leash park, and I was surprised by this. That one off-leash in particular, it's, I don't know how many hundreds of acres of nature. So everybody walks their dogs there. There are lots of trails. Everybody walks their dogs off leash there. In spite of the fact that there is a sign, nobody pays attention to that. Everybody walks their dogs off leash for miles and miles and miles and miles. And I don't feel comfortable to do that with Lua just yet. We are bonded. That is for sure. That is fantastic. She never goes away too far from me, but we know she has a nose that takes charge, so she might get enticed by some smells or something and go away. She's still too young for me to be comfortable with such a park. But there was an enclosement, and it was huge, with junipers and different types of plants inside. Fantastic. Palito, Lua. Lua. Lua, vamos. Vení. Hola, mi amor. Estás corriendo. Qué lindo. Hola, Lua. Ay, Lua. Ah, no pusieron agua ahí. Pero qué cosa, ¿eh? ¿Qué cosa? ¿No pusieron agua ahí? Bueno, no importa. Después tomas agua en casa. Lua, mirá. Mirá lo que tengo. Tengo un palito. ¡Yeah! ¿Dónde está Lua? ¿Dónde está Lua? Acá sentada conmigo no la veo. ¡Lua! ¡Lua! Allá viene una cosa corriendo. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es ese caballo loco que viene ahí corriendo? Ese caballo color dulce de leche. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Es una perra simpática. Es una perra simpática. Lua, la campeona. Toma. ¡Uy! ¡Palito! Dame el palito. Dame el palito. ¿Estás cansadita? Couple of days later, we went to another off-leash park where we met Ellen and her 4 dogs. Actually, it's 2 dogs. The other 2 dogs belong to her daughter. But it was fantastic, and I will tell you more about something we did with Ellen and the dogs. Lua has a boyfriend. I will tell you more about that. But I went to downtown Santa Fe on a Wednesday, and I thought, it's Wednesday, so probably it's going to be okay in terms of the amount of people walking around. I was so super wrong. Of course, there is a huge parking problem in Santa Fe. There is no parking space. You do have to pay for parking everywhere. There are meters and there are paid parkings and all those things. And so we did find a spot like 3 or 4 blocks away from the plaza, which is the square in the center of downtown Santa Fe. So we put money in the parking meter and we walked to the plaza and we walked around, and it was so full of people, and mostly rich people who come here to buy fine art and fine jewelry. So all the stores cater to them. And so you don't find regular simple stores where you can buy a souvenir. There are some, but not in the center of the downtown where the plaza is. That is very exclusive kind of thing. There is a gallery, an open gallery, where all the natives sit on the floor with their mats and the jewelry they make, and that is real turquoise. I never know how to say it. That is the real thing. That is not fake, because there are some stones that are very similar to turquoise, but the ones the natives sell in that gallery, that is the real thing. They are vetted by the municipality, and only those who only sell silver and real turquoise can sell there. So if you are in Santa Fe and you want to buy something there, now you know where to go for the real thing. And then there are very fine jewelry stores. I didn't even try. It is just a little too much for my taste. It is a little too fancy. And not that I have anything against it. It's just I like more like more folk, more artsy environments, and I thought it was going to be like that, and it's not. It's very catering to the higher tourist, to very expensive tourism. I was walking around and it was amazing the amount of tourist buses and taxi cabs and cars that are constantly bringing people to the downtown. I went back on a Sunday at about 3 p.m. and on Sunday parking is free, and there was almost nobody. I mean, there were some people here and there, yes, but it was not that crowded image I got. So for me, Sunday afternoon worked way better, and it is very beautiful. It is, the buildings and everything, they are really gorgeous, and of course they keep that same spirit of the rounded edges, the colors of the nature around them. So it is absolutely amazing. I have not had the opportunity to go to museums or any of that yet. I am very interested in the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum and the History Museum. We will see. they're good dispersed camping areas in national forest, and you will find the spots in Campendium and Overlander, the usual suspects, and you will find those places. I was about to step on a rattlesnake that got me so incredibly scared, but I will tell you more when that particular journey happens. I was not able to take a photo of it because it was very fast. But yes, we're in a hot spring, beginning of the season for snakes, so you have to be very careful. In spite of everything, in spite of the dust, I love being here in Santa Fe. It's really beautiful, and I'm going to go to some of those museums, and then I will keep going towards Taos, I think. So we will talk more about the rest of the journey. But New Mexico so far is amazingly beautiful, and I haven't had time to do many trails or any of that yet. But so far what I have seen is amazing, except for the dust. But oh well. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with someone that is about to go to Santa Fe so they know to buy some duster or something, because they are going to be busy working on that every day. So there is dust everywhere. Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye-bye.